All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to, oh God, what day is it? It is September 20th, which means it is day 640. It's the nice thing about September, and actually the way October will work too, is that if I know the date of the, like the last two digits of the date and the day are the same. Or not the last two digits, the last digit. So I know when I kind of get to know them both, because I've seen the pattern. But anyway, I am going to the train station. It feels a little bit weird because this is at 10:50, or it's at 10:52 now, and the train I usually take that comes around this hour to go to like a class at noon is an 11:04. So it feels like I'm running late for this train, even though I'm not really, and I'm perfectly on time. Like but it's like, you should leave now. You should leave now. You should leave now. And I'm like, no, I should not. I am completely and totally early because this is an 11:18. It is 10:52. I have plenty of time. I'm all fine and dandy. So anyway, today I spent time working on. I worked on the two vlogs from the past 2 days, so those are done and scheduled to be up now. So they'll be going up. I think at 12 and 1, I believe I scheduled them for, so they'd have a little bit of time to process and sit there. But yeah, so they're all done. They're all edited. It's all good. And we are now moving into my my school days. So yeah, I got up at 9, and I've been kind of running around since then. One of the things that okay, let's go over schedule for today. So if I didn't mention schedule yesterday was my 9 a.m. Experimental video production, and then I had screenplay story development at 3, and those are both 3-hour classes, so they ran to noon and 6 respectively, or at least should have, but I got out a little bit early from both. And today it's art history from art history 3. If you recall way back in the vlog, I took art history 1 freshman year fall quarter, or freshman year spring quarter, so it's been a year and a half since I've taken that. Yeah, that was much closer to the start of the vlog. But yeah, so I have that from, that's only now 2 days a week, because my original art history 2 was 3. So that is down to 2 days a week with longer class periods, which is the way I like it. So instead of having 3 50-minute classes a week, I get 2 80-minute classes that run from 12:30 to 10 minutes before 2, 1:50. Today and Thursday, so I get to go to that class Thursday, and that will be my only class on Thursday. However, that is not my only class today. Today is a fairly loaded day, because then starting at 3:30, I have another 3-hour class, which is Film, Voice, and Style with Allison, my professor for narrative and directing. If you remember, I had her 6 hours back-to-back spring term before I left to go to LA, and she's awesome, so I'm looking forward to that class. And then after that, and that brings us, by the way, to 6:30. And yes, I have a class at 6:30 as well, another 3-hour class, which is producing for features with a teacher I've never met before. And if you're not familiar with the film industry, producing means a lot of things. So I really have very little idea exactly what this class is going to be about, other than the fact that we're supposed to be using Movie Magic Scheduler and budgeting, which is kind of like which is the same line of software that my Movie Magic screenwriter comes from, that I've used for the past year and a half now to be writing screenplays. So that's that. And that runs until 9:20 at night, which sounds decently late, but honestly, it's okay, because if the class ended at 9, good Lord, with the cough. If the class ended at 9 or 8:50, I would miss the 8:49 train. So this actually puts me in a decent position for the train because of the odd scheduling. But that's where we are for the moment. That's today's plan. So if you'll notice, I have about 90 minutes of a break in between my art history and my film, voice, and style class. So, that's lunchtime. I'll be getting lunch then. But yeah, also, my sister should be on this train somewhere. She's probably, at least theoretically, hopefully, leaving right after me. So she was, I think, up getting ready when I came down to leave. Also, this will be my first official day back on the train doing this drive again, because I did not get to do this drive yesterday, which was the first day of the term. So it feels good to be back. It really does. Hello, Cornwall sites. I mean, I was in Cornwall sites fair, like a couple of times now. But whatever, here we are. Let's see here. All right, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to go down and go to my class because it will be class time shortly, and it's my longest day by far. Let's just get her done.
I don't even need to be reintroduced, really.
All right, Liz doesn't want another introduction,
No,
but she's
not
back on the vlog because Liz obviously was not with us in Los Angeles.
No, I was doing all of both of you guys' work.
By the way, you got to try to claim the title thing back from Bethany, because you guys were tied when we left. I actually counted it up. You guys were tied when we left, but now Bethany has the lead.
I don't think that counts because I wasn't there, so I didn't have any chance to actually fight for it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's really fair. I feel totally ripped off.
You got to take it back from her.
Now I'm pissed.
Oh boy, everybody, I'm back in my car and we're gonna do normal things, I think. So, back to regular ass car segment like this. We are going to go probably a long way because I just feel like driving a little bit after being stuck in class all day. So, where do I start? First off, first class today was art history, which was actually with a brand new professor, so that would be why I could not find anyone who knew actually anything about her or the way she teaches. For the most part, she seems nice. The only thing that's disappointing me about the class is that, as most of you know, my handwriting is terrible, and I would really like to use the laptop in class, but it's a no laptop in class policy, so we will have to cope with taking notes manually, which will be a gigantic pain in my ass, or if you would prefer, my hand. Take your pick. It doesn't really matter, but it has to happen regardless. So after that, then I met up with Sarah briefly because we had like 80 minutes between that class and my next class, so we went out and had a nice little lunch. And then I went in and had my film voice and style class with Allison, and if you remember Allison, she was the teacher of both my narrative and my directing class, which was that 6-hour block of 2 3-hour classes back to back that I had last main quarter, being spring, not counting summer. But yeah, so she taught that. And an interesting thing about that class is it was supposed to happen in 27, which is the smaller room across the hall where we shot Bethany's first ever narrative. It was supposed to happen over there, but there was a computer glitch that allowed more than the usual 14 people, getting a whole extra 10 people to 24 people in the class, I believe. So we were way overpacked for that room, so we actually ended up going into the small screening room, which is where I spent the 6-hour class before, which, because I have another 3-hour class afterwards, creates a nearly identical situation, because it's Bethany and I in that first class, and then Liz joins us midway through that for another class, but the difference is that Allison does not teach a second class, producing with features, who again is with a professor that I have not had before, though she is not new to the university. She has taught one class before, and she also seems pretty fine and dandy. I've never had a class this late in Philly before because, as you're well aware, if you've watched any of the recent vlogs, I had classes in LA that ran from the Philly equivalent of 10:30 at night to 1:20 in the morning. That's where we are at the current moment. Pretty jam-packed day. Tuesdays are going to be my jam-packed day, so if vlog content seems a little bit low or a lot of this on Tuesdays, that would be why. Thankfully, the load would seem to be a little bit lighter on Wednesdays and Thursdays because things are happening then. But before I move on to talking about Wednesdays and Thursdays, especially tomorrow's events, I just want to talk real quick and basically say one thing about pitches, because there's going to be a lot of pitches that I have to do this quarter, because I think I have to do 3 of them for my writing class. I have to do 1 for the film voice and style class, and I have to do probably another one for production workshop, which is on tomorrow's agenda. So that's a lot of pitches. So I would try to pitch like normal stories for some of the classes, which I have to do for the screenplay story development class that I have on Monday, which, by the way, I'm not sure that I mentioned, is not as much of a screenwriting. You're sitting in Movie Magic Screenwriting and writing a screenplay class as it is, okay, here is what we're going to do. We're going to actually go back to the building blocks and and take a look, which, thinking about it in retrospect, and we'll see how I feel after class, or after the class is over, like completely, but it might be wise to actually have that more or less before the screenwriting classes, because it might give you a better idea of how to handle a screenplay. But maybe that'll be a thing to suggest at the end. But we'll see how the class goes. I feel like that would be a little bit more useful knowledge to have before you start writing. But anyway, yeah, that class. So there's a bunch of pitches and there's like beat sheets, and it's really getting the story content of a screenplay down, which is why it's called Screenplay Story Development. The name is not a lie. But anyway, I have to do a couple of pitches for that, and that's where I'm going to do my narrative-based story pitches. But in some possibly more exciting news, at least more exciting to me anyway. And older vlog viewers have wanted this coming for a long time. Allison is letting us actually really work on passion projects for this class, because she kind of wants us to, feel our way through, and again, in the traditional Allison way, like work on developing what we want to develop, which is just what I want to do. Because, that's a little bit redundant, but whatever, we'll go with it. So next week, there's no actual film voice and style class. It's all going to be, oh God, I just realized that means I'm going to have a gigantic break. Regardless, I have a meeting with Allison, because we're all meeting individually with Allison to kind of like pre-discuss the pitches we're going to give for her class. And I might as well pitch this idea. I don't exactly have to, I don't think, but I can. And so we have to come up with two pitches, and I'm basically going to show her two fairly long-standing things that have been kind of that I've been wanting to get done for a while. And one of them is, I know some vlog viewers have been especially antsy about, and I just have not had time to work on it yet, but if that's the one that she really thinks I should work on, that's the one I'm going to work on. So the more recent one first, I guess, is that, as you're well aware, if you're watching this, I do a daily vlog, including filming the entire time I was in Los Angeles, just like I'm doing right now. So one of the ideas that I had was, because there's been a lot of interest, especially a lot of staff interest, in watching some of the daily vlogs, but it's really hard to recommend to someone, hey, go watch 3 months of my life, when those vlogs are hours and hours and hours long total. I forget what the total, I should actually figure out what the total runtime of Drexel in LA is and put it on the video for fun. Good luck with that, math me. But yeah, so people want to watch some of it, and for the most part, I don't really know why a lot of people watch the vlog, because it is very personal. If you want to get personal with me, that's fine, but it's not something I really want to recommend people just go out straight up and watch. So what I've been considering doing, because even like our program director has shown interest in this, is actually creating a condensed version of the all of the Drexel and LA affiliated vlogs, making them more story-driven, kind of really giving my point of view and giving it in a more condensed manner for certain, because as you've probably noticed, these things are very ranty and run along for a very long period of time. And speaking of running along, I'm going to actually take the long exit hit, because I'm not certain I'm done yet. So I could turn right here, but we're going to continue on. But so yeah, that is the first option of the things. And I want to do both of them eventually, don't get me wrong. So if you're really, really excited for the Drexel and LA condensed vlog, well, don't worry, it'll probably happen eventually, and plus all of the material basically is online already as it is. It's just that you have to sit through it the same way I will. And by the way, both of these projects have about the same amount of work required to them, because again, I shot about 500 gigs worth of footage over the summer, so there's a lot of footage to sift through for this one, so that'll be a lot more sitting in the post house in regards to how this is going to work compared to the other option here. And the other option is something that a lot of people have been really looking forward to, which is the Robert Kopp Director's Cut. And I mentioned this a long time ago on a vlog. I forget what number it is, but the title is Dan is Dan, because that was when I kind of was starting to first get my first couple cuts of it over, and I showed it to Bethany, and Bethany gave me a really genius idea that I've not actually revealed until now, which is to actually make it into a mockumentary, which is a really, really genius idea, and I thank her for it eternally. It's really something I've also wanted to work on for a while, and I've got some ideas and things already ready. So there's probably going to be interviews and whatnot in there that would actually need filming. So that's why that one's going to be a lot of work, because there's significantly less Robert Kopp footage than there is Drexel and LA vlog footage. However, the vlog would still be involved, because I would be able to use the footage from the days of the shoot and possibly me preparing, me preparing for the shoot. So we'll get there eventually. So those are kind of my two ideas for the pitching for for the film voice and style class, because I really like both of those ideas, and they've been kind of on the back burner for a while, and I've started to look into both of them, but nothing has actually directly come about yet. So if I could actually, do that as a project for a class, that's pretty cool. I love Allison to death, because she really just kind of gives me the ability to do as I please, and she really wants this film voice and style class to be kind of, working through stories and yet also discovering what it is you want to do, because again, film is an art form, but it's also a career, so you've got to find the balance between the two of them. And that's just kind of, those are two passion projects that I've had on the back burner for a while, and the vlog is really the only thing that exists as a currently being worked on passion project, like in its entirety. So, and yes, I consider the vlog a passion project, don't get me wrong. But yeah, so that's where we are for the moment. And after class, we actually got out of class a little bit early, because my professor for the producing for features class was losing her voice. So we got out a little bit nicely and easily, and everything is all fine and dandy. And I actually made the earlier train. I stopped by real quick to the Saxby's and got to see Amanda again. If you remember Amanda from the old vlogs from pre-LA, not that old, not like season 1 vlogs, but like the pre-LA vlogs. She's Liz's roommate back when 1506 was the hangout spot. It might become that again, who knows? But yeah, so I got to see her briefly, and Liz was nice and bought me an iced tea. And then I kind of came back to the train station and caught my train, and I'm now here because, as you will notice, it is 9:37. Which, didn't I film a vlog the other night that was coming back at 9:39? What day was that? I have no fucking idea. Oh yeah, that was the one I went all the way back from Croydon Station on. Holy crap, this has been an 11-minute rant, but I'm nearing the end. Oh god, I just got my alert now for 10 minutes to the R7. But yeah, that's where we're at for the moment. Jeez, this vlog is going to be long, and it's going to be an entire fucking rant video, I guess. I haven't actually been ranting about everything. Non-ranty rant video. Yeah, ahoy. Okay, but yeah, so that was nice. And also, I think I said it, but anyway, thank you, Liz, for the tea if you're watching this. Probably not, because it's going to be like 20 fucking minutes long. But, whatever, here we are now. Oh god, I think something just fell off. Yeah, might be off my meds now. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna end this off here, because this has been like a fucking gigantic thing already. And yeah, if I don't end it here, there's going to be no end in sight. So thankfully, my ride is coming to an end. But yeah, so oh damn it, I haven't even gone over tomorrow's schedule yet. Jesus Christ. Okay, we will continue this for another few minutes inside the house once I get resituated inside the house. Just maybe to give you a change of scenery, because I've been doing a lot of driving vlogs lately, which I mean, this is the way it was before. But we'll give you a little change of scenery and actually go up the fuck to my room. Cause that sounds like a nice idea. Back in a few moments. Okay, so now relocated to my room, and also several hours later, because it's now 3 minutes after midnight. But whatever, we're gonna end this off quickly, hopefully by talking about tomorrow's activities. Holy crap, I'm bouncing around a lot. And by tomorrow I mean today, but whatever. So quickly now, today is Sarah's birthday, so we're gonna go celebrate that. Holy crap, why am I so bouncy? Sarah's birthday is tomorrow. We're gonna go celebrate it after production workshop. Now, production workshop is my only class tomorrow. It's noon to 3. And it's a big class. It's a 20-week class. It's 2 quarters. And it's our big film class that we have junior year. So it's kind of a really big thing that's going to be happening this quarter. And so, yeah, that's why it's, in the words of Joe Biden, a big fucking deal. Because, yeah, that's basically what needs to happen. That's my major course that I have to take for this quarter. That's like the main thing I need to be a successful junior with. So that's why this course is important. But after that, Liz is going to join us, and we're probably going to wind up going to a cafe that I haven't been to in a very long time, but it's on campus. The name of which is escaping me at the current moment, because I'm thinking Sadie's, but that's not Sadie's, because that's the name of the bridal store right next door.
So yeah, that's not it. Oh, Sabrina's Cafe. That's what it is. Sabrina's Cafe. It's a cafe that's where is it exactly? It's it's by the dorms. It's pretty close, and I've been there a couple of times now, and I've never been there on the vlogs. I think the last time I was there was either in between the vlogs or before I started. It's been a while, regardless. Yeah, so we're gonna be heading there tomorrow for a birthday dinner. Sounds good, doesn't it?